name's Hannah and I'll be showing you this natural everyday makeup tutorial using only cruelty-free products. Okay, so we're gonna start off with freshly clean skin, and right now I'm just putting on a primer by Coverfx. It's a mattifying primer with anti-acne treatment, and what that's gonna do is just make a good base for our foundation to stick to. And now I put some concealer on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna put a drop of this argan oil from Physicians Formula and mix that in together, and then just apply that under my eyes and onto any blemishes that I have on my face. And the concealer that I'm using is also from Coverfx, and it is their cream concealer in the shade Neutral Light. Okay, so after we go ahead and apply that and blend it out with our fingers a little bit, we want to blend it all the way out using a damp beauty sponge. And what a damp beauty sponge is going to do is it's just going to make sure that everything is blended and adhered nicely to our skin. I like using the Real Technique sponge because it applies the foundation a lot better than any other beauty sponge that I've used. Now for foundation, I'm going to go in with my E.l.f. Moisturising Foundation Stick in the color Ivory, and I'm just going to apply that pretty much all over the face in just little stripes. It's also important to go ahead and bring that foundation right down the neck, that way your face matches your neck and it's all the same finish. Once again, we're going to go ahead and just blend that out. I like blending my foundation out with a damp sponge much better than I like using any brushes because I find that it saves a lot more time, and it also picks up any of the extra foundation that's on my face so that it doesn't appear too cakey. Also really important whenever you're applying foundation with a damp beauty sponge to go ahead and pat in the foundation rather than wiping your face, because if you wipe your face then it will make your foundation look way more streaky than you want it to. So now I'm just going to go ahead and go back over that foundation with more product just to add another layer of coverage and hide. I like this E.l.f. Moisturising Foundation Stick for a couple of reasons. One being that it has a really quick application, and it also leaves a very natural looking finish to the skin. Okay, so now what I'm doing is called baking, and what that is just applying translucent powder using a damp sponge to your under eye area or any other place that you feel you need to really lock in those cream products. So for me, that includes my under eye area, my chin, and the sides of my nose, as well as some acne spots. I'm just going in with this powder foundation from Kiko Milano, and what this will do is just set the face so that it becomes a matte finish, and so it becomes a matte finish, and that cream foundation won't go anywhere. And I'm using this in the shade CR20, and it's the Weightless Perfection Wet and Dry Powder Foundation from Kiko Milano. Also applying that using a buffing brush from Real Technique. Also bringing that down the neck so that we have a seamless look. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with a spoolie and brush through my brow hairs. Give us a nice base to work with for our eyebrow products. Okay, now I'm taking an angled brush from Essence and the Anastasia Beverly Hills dipbrow pomade in the color taupe. And what I'm doing here is just outlining my brow, and then I'm going to slightly fill in that outline. I'm just going to brush through that product that we just put in there to make it look more like eyebrow hair. I'm making hair-like strokes using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the same color taupe. And what this will do is just add more dimension to the eyebrow. Now I am priming my eyelids using the Milani Eyeshadow primer. And what this will do is just let any eyeshadow that we apply onto our eyelids really stick and not budge throughout the day. It's important to apply this using patting motions because I find that this particular eyeshadow primer gets sort of streaky if you apply it with a brush, so I apply it using my fingers. All right, and now I am going over top of that using a Real Techniques base shadow brush. And I'm doing exactly that, is applying a base using that same powder foundation that we used earlier. And what this will do is just allow any eyeshadow that we apply over top to really blend seamlessly. Now I'm going in with that same buffing brush from Real Techniques and dusting off that translucent powder, and then I'm going to blend that into the skin so that it makes for a very seamless look. Alright, now I'm using an Eco Tools brush, which I believe was originally a blush brush, but I'm going to use it for my bronzer today. And for that bronzer, I'm going to be applying the Physicians Formula Magic Mosaic Multicolored Custom Bronzer in Light. And what you want to do here is just go ahead and apply that sort of right under your cheekbones, and that will just give some dimension to the face. And then I just like to put that also on the tops of my temples just to really add more dimension to the face and really warm up my skin tone. I'm going in with Milani's Baked Blush in Luminoso using the Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm applying that to the apples of my cheeks and blending it into that bronzer that we just put on our cheeks. Now I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Shimmer Strips All-in-One Custom Nude Palette for face and eyes. And I'm going to be taking the 4 lightest shades in the palette using my Real Techniques contour brush, and we're just going to apply that to the tops of our cheekbones, bridge of our nose, above our brow bone, and above our cupid's bow, just to add some more life to the face. I also really like a heavy highlight, so this may not be your cup of tea, or you may want to put on more highlighter. Okay, so for eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Modern Mattes 28 Color Eyeshadow Palette. Warm brown, almost taupe color onto my Wetnwild crease brush. And we're just going to be buffing that into our crease to add dimension to the eye. Now what I'm doing is I'm mixing that same shade from before with a darker, more chocolate red tone shade, and I'm going to be mixing those together and then applying that more in the outer half of the eye while also blending it into my crease. And now I'm taking that first color that we used in the crease on a E.l.f. Professional Defining Eye Brush. And we're just going to be buffing that into the lower lash line. A matte white shade onto a flat eyeshadow brush and applying that to the inner half of the eye just to add in some brightness. That same Wet n Wild crease brush that we used earlier and just buff out the harsh lines. Alright, and then just curl your lashes and apply some mascara. And here I'm going in with the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Stripped. I love this color. It is my favorite nude color. I wear it all the time. And in this video you can see that I'm applying the liquid lipstick using not the tip of the doe foot applicator, but the edge of the doe foot applicator. And what that's going to do is give you a really nice line, whereas applying it with the tip will give you more of a curved line and not as straight. Alright, and now you just want to set all of that makeup in place. I'm using the Wet n Wild Photofocus Setting Spray, and what this will do is just make sure that your makeup does not move for the entire day. And then just fanning that off to dry, and that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you later.